Hello, and welcome to another edition of the thought-provoking show. I'm your host, Mike. I'd like to start off with a new segment, one of which continues on of what I've done previously on the subject of creationism. But in this segment, I like to deal with more of the new discoveries in science that confirm creationism. Unlike some of my colleagues on YouTube here that do address good issues like the cell, the design of the cell, but these arguments, I think, are a little bit too old, because even in evolution, many believe the cell is designed, but it's designed naturally, whereas in the creationist realm, design means designed by God. In the intelligent design circle, the designer is not specified. In fact, aliens from other planets could have created the Earth according to them. That's open to interpretation, but that's basically how they go about their intelligent design. There's a difference, and I'll go into that more later in the second part of the principles of intelligent design. But in this segment, I want to concentrate mostly on new discoveries, which have happened through the course of this year. In fact, even a month ago it was discovered. So I'm really excited about this program here. So let's get on with the very first discovery which was made that confirms creationism. Let's take a look. The first discovery has to deal with an old concept, and that is the evolutionary tree. Now I know Darwin has invented this concept back in the 1800s, but it's still used today, and still biologists in particular are trying to prove this data to be correct. Well, recently, not too long ago, there was a study conducted concerning the genomes. Now, what is a genome? The genome of an organism is a complete genetic sequence on one set of chromosomes. So they got all these genomes mapped out, and they wanted to see if the evolutionary tree was visible or not. They were highly disappointed, to say the least. The results came in, and it turned out on the lowest end of their experiment, only 12% showed a weak signal of the evolutionary tree of being visible. On the higher end, it was even worse. It was like 0.0 to 0.75% on the higher end. It was really bad. So 88% on the lower end showed creationism, the fact that the evolutionary tree is not correct, the data is flawed, and it also, on the higher levels, it was even worse. So it was a pretty good discovery, I think, that shows that creationism can be seen and evolution is not seen. Also, on the DNA front, speaking of which, there was a study conducted on the Cro-Magnon. I'm sure all of you are familiar with Cro-Magnon. They are considered like, one of the transitional forms of from humans, going from ape to human kind of thing. So Cro-Magnon was studied with its DNA. And its DNA showed another disappointing result for evolutionists. The DNA for Cro-Magnon is the same as a modern-day European. So where is the evolutionary genetic link? Where is it? It's not there. There's no connection. The DNA is the same. So why is Cro-Magnon still considered a transitional form when its DNA is the same as modern man is beyond me. But it was a very interesting study, and it's a study of which proves again creationism, not evolution. There's a few more things out there in astronomy land. Now I know there are some out there who like to correct other people's labeling, but I'm not going to go through all of those particular labels on the video, but I will call it evolutionary astronomy. It's a good label for it. It's a fair one. It's an accurate one. There was a study done out there that showed with the modern technology, this is the most advanced stuff they have, it showed that the early galaxies were showing normal magnetic fields. Now, what is the significance of this observational data? The observational data, according to evolutionists, should be showing that early galaxies have a weaker magnetic field. You see, the hypothesis says that over a period of a long time, through the various stages, the magnetic field starts out weak and then it progressively gets stronger as time wears on. So these early galaxies should be showing not a normal magnetic field, but a weaker one. Also, the magnetic fields on the stronger stars are showing a normal magnetic field. So the new technology is disproving evolution. What they thought was older stars showing strong magnetic fields, which would indicate, age-wise how old they are now showing that they're pretty much normal magnetic fields. Totally disproving evolution with the new technology. That's what I mean. You guys got to get out there with this new stuff and start telling people about it, because evolutionists won't tell you these weaknesses. They'll tell you how bad creationism is, but they won't exactly tell you how weak evolution is. So it's very important to get the new stuff out there. It's very important to do research out there. It's very important for those ID scientists to start doing their thing and finding more things that confirm the Bible. Anyway, that is it for the new discoveries. I mean, there's lots more I could probably go through, which I will do in future programs. But I just wanted to get your feet wet a little bit, encourage those creationists out there who might be watching, who might be doing their own program, to be a little bit more aware of the new discoveries happening out there that confirm creationism. And don't be afraid to take those evolutionist guys on. Anyway, that is it for today. Until next time on another edition of the Thought-Provoking program, I'm your host, Mike. We'll see you next time.